Berkey, Brita, ZeroWater, just a few names of the water filtrations, which one to choose. Well, I'm going to explain to you in this video which one I chose and why. So stay tuned. But first of all, I'm Anne, the little Frenchie in Big Texas. Welcome to my channel. Channel is about homesteading, homeschooling. Since I live in the greater Houston area where we built our homestead in East Texas. So tag along. If that's of interest to you, make sure to hit the ring button and give it a like on that video as well while you're at it. But let's dive into it. Water filtration. So with the train derailment in Ohio and some of the chemical water spill being shipped back in the Houston area, I started, thinking of, do I have the right filtration system at home? And the answer, I think, is yes, but it made me rethink what I have. And here I have three options. First, I have the reverse osmosis in my sink, which apparently is the best you can get. So this one I have. I also have an over-the-counter filtration system with AlexaPure and a water pitcher, which I like to put in my fridge to have cold water. So this is the AlexaPure, and I just washed it. It was extremely dirty. And I wondered how old the filters were. Probably too old. Same probably for my over-the-counter AlexaPure. So I looked at filters to get new ones, right? But then I started wondering, is this really the right one for my house? So to evaluate it, here's what I did. I started looking at the water I have and the contaminants in my water. Which are the ones I want to reduce? Because all these filtration systems all look wonderful, but they don't have the same results depending on the chemicals. So you need to find the right one that works with the issues you have in your water. So here, I didn't do my own tests. I relied on the information disclosed by my municipal water district and by these companies, AlexaPure, Brita, and so on. And I only compared a few of them because there are just way too many out there. And the best, of course, is to do your own lab tests and not the ones you buy on Amazon, the cheap ones. No, you need to actually get a good sample of your water and send it to a lab. I learned looking at it in my county, it only costs $20 if you give it to the county to do your own tests, especially if you've got well water, because they highly encourage it. So something to think about, but here I use the disclosed information, which I'm going to share with you, because it's very easy to find the information related to the water you have. And here, so it's a municipal water, but I got it from two different sources. So let me share my screen so that you see what I found. So here I go. So this is here the report I receive once per year from my municipal water. So this is 2021. They sent it in 2022. It's not the most accurate and the most recent, I know, but it gives you a good indication of what you have here. And here you go. Water quality data. And it shows you quite a bit of contaminants in my water. So this is the greater Houston area, and it is not the worst municipal utility district. Unfortunately, they are way worse. But you got some interesting ones. So the inorganic contaminants, all right. There's some chlorine left, okay. Lead and copper, which you want to remove. And then you have some radioactive contaminant. That one I was not expecting. But that's there, radium and some gross alpha, which exclude radon and uranium. Okay, but you've got radioactive contaminants, so you definitely want to have something that's going to remove these contaminants. And then you have a few more, like inorganic, such as arsenic, barium, fluoride, and nitrate. So not the best, and some of them got me concerned. But I wanted to double check, so I also went into organizational website here, Know Your Environment, Protect Your Health. And if you go here into their tap water database, just like me here, which is, again, oh, I hate this ad, 2021 update. So it's not the best, the most up-to-date, but it's better than nothing. You enter your zip code, and for me, it displayed all my potential utility water in the area. So, and there are quite a few in the Houston area, so I just selected mine here, and here you go, what it shows with the different type of filtration, ion exchange, reverse osmosis, which is what I have in the sink, and the active carbon, which is all these over-the-counter filtration systems. So that's my AlexaPure here picture. And what I read here is actually pretty consistent with what I have from my mud district. So quite a bit of arsenic and radium, see the radioactive, that are above health guidelines, which is what's interesting here, because they give you, they probably get the information from the mud, to be honest here. They probably don't do their own analysis, but it gives you also reference compared to the, where was it that I found? Oh, here you are. Sorry, it was above. Arsenic, 650 times above the health guidelines, and the radium, 22 times. So that's my, well, yeah, everything goes cancer. Yeah, but not the best. Not the best. So I did my little list here of all my contaminants, and I compared 3 different brands. AlexaPure, which is the one I have, ZeroWater, that's supposed to be extremely good, and ProOne, which I got from another prepper website, and I wanted to check it out. Here is what I found comparing these 3. First, I start with ZeroWater. ZeroWater actually does not have that much here in terms of disclosed contaminants removal. I looked to have the actual test results from the lab, couldn't find it, and what's displayed on their website was kind of disappointing, because yes, it does remove arsenic, but see, this gives you when you filter 20 gallons and 40, and it kind of decreases with 40. It does remove barium, which I had here. So I found it, arsenic, barium, but there are quite a few others that I couldn't find. In particular, my radioactive component, I couldn't find radium. Okay, chlorine, yeah, chlorine, 99, okay, nitrate as well, 88, but it decreases here. So that one I was kind of disappointed, to be honest with you, with ZeroWater, because I had heard some really good things, but I didn't think it was that well displayed. So they mentioned the lab in New Jersey, so all of them go to the same lab. And the others 2 actually have the lab result on their page, and it's the same lab, same company. I imagine these 2, but I was expecting the link, which is disappointing. So ZeroWater, I would like to know more. I'm not saying it's not good. All I see is that it decreases with the amount of water you filter, and there's not enough information for me to make a good decision based on the chemicals I found, contaminants in my water. Even so, yes, lead 99%, which is good. I mean, they have some good data here, but not enough. So then I move to the next one, which is the one I have, which is AlexaPure. So this is actually the over-the-counter filter we have at home. And when you click here, view the results by state for your water, it actually sends you back to this independent organization I just showed you earlier. So it's all linked. And here they did have the results of their gravity filter. And it's not bad. It's actually very detailed. So this is the lab, Envirotech in New Jersey. They all, both of them, this one and ProOne, go to the same lab. Very detailed analysis here. I mean, it's 5 pages of contaminants. But believe it or not, I could not find all of them. I did a search, and I know quite a bit. I mean, I studied chemistry in my background. I know some of them, and there were some I could not find. In particular, I couldn't find the radium. So that was That was concerning. I couldn't find it. It has some good results. Nitrate, 99.9%. It's got some good results, but I couldn't find the radium. I couldn't find the dibromochloromethane. I found something that was not dibromo. It was just bromochloromethane, which was 99%, so all good. Most of them were pretty high percentages, except for the radium I couldn't find. So, but it looked pretty good, very detailed, and most of the time, as you can see here, is 99% removal. So you just need to know your chemical components here. So that one, it really isn't bad. I would probably need to contact them on the radioactive material just to make sure it actually works, because I didn't find it, but not bad at all. So then we have ProOne, which is a new one I wanted to try. This one has actually, I really like that presentation on their website. So this is for you and me without having to look through the whole detailed analysis. See, nitrate, 99%, 98%, nitrite, 99.9, everything is in there. I found quite a bit actually in there. Pharmaceutical drugs, microbiological, radiological contaminant, which is what I wanted. And here I found my radium, openly disclosed. So it's not 99%. We are around the 80, 85%, but it does filter and it's disclosed, which is important. I wanted it disclosed here. Fluorinated components, there's quite a lot. They even have some algae that was not disclosed in the others. I was pleasantly surprised. I was not expecting them to filter as either the viruses, because usually they don't filter. Looked pretty good. Looked pretty cool. Barium was one of them, 90%. So barium 90% is lower than ZeroWater. ZeroWater was 99%. So that one is lower. Lead 100%, which is pretty. Lead is always pretty well watered for all three. It was about the same. So pretty good. And here you got the option to click and get more. And when you click and get more, you actually get the whole analysis by the same Envirotech laboratory in New Jersey, the very same one, but you get the whole analysis here, which I won't show you because it's a long list of chemicals, just like AlexaPure. But it confirms that every single one of the components I wanted to find, I did find on the ProOne, meaning it does filter. The lowest is actually the radium, which was only 84% here on the radioactive material. But that's the only brand as well that discloses it. So overall, I'm pretty happy on that one. I wanted a picture, so I stayed on these three, knowing that Brita is not even worth looking into. It's really the lowest one. Every time they compare to Brita, to make sure their results are much better, so I did not even look. But I wanted to look at Berkey. Berkey, they do not have the picture. They only have the above the counter. And I looked at their lab test. And here, they don't have it all in one page. It's kind of interesting. They have it by type. See, if we go here and we open one, whichever one, the inorganic. So it's the same. Oh, that is not the same lab. County of Los Angeles. Berkey. I don't know. It's supposed to be a Texas brand, and the lab is supposed to be in New Jersey. I don't know why they went to LA. Chromium, mercury, turbidine, nitrate, residual chlorine. So they do disclose quite a bit. If I look here, barium is the one I had, 95%, over 95%. The other pure one is 90, and ZeroWater's was 99.9, okay? Arsenic, 99%, good. Can't believe I have arsenic in my water. I mean, there is information, but it's not as detailed as the others. Not as detailed as the others at all. If you look at the uranium here, It gives you 97%. That's good. That's good for uranium. And does it give you anything else? Because me, it's not uranium. What I have is not uranium. It's radium. It's radioactive, but it's another one. So it's, oh, it must be the gross alpha. Gross alpha, 98.7% reduction. That's good. That is good. And here you have my radium is right there. Okay, so it's disclosed. It's just not done in the same way. So you like it or not, it wasn't my favorite option, and it anyway did not exist for what I wanted, which was the water pitcher here. And I also went onto YouTube and looked at some of the channels that did reviews, and they actually did reviews sending their water to the lab before and after. And I was surprised by some of the results on Berkey on that one. I was not expecting it with, in particular on the fluoride filter, that some of them didn't like. So I would be careful. As always, do your own research, what fits best for you. Here, I'm not an expert. I'm just telling you how I did it and why, at the end, I ended up buying the ProOne, because I found it was the best disclosed information, and that actually filtered every one of the contaminant I had in my water. So here it is. I'm going to open it up and set it up. But another important part as well is the price, right? Because this is just the water pitcher to put in the fridge to have cold water. I mean, it's going to filter that much. If you want to get over the counter, it's much more expensive. And if you want to get reverse osmosis, which I have not gone into in this video, it's going to be a lot more. But the best option. So in terms of price here, AlexaPure, they just released a new water pitcher. So here what I have is 8 years old, probably. Pretty old. They don't do it. I'm not even sure that the new filters they sell would adapt to that pitcher. So I think everything is the new standard, and the new one is $65 right now, $40 for the pitcher, $25 for the filters. I will put the link of everything in the description below. Nothing is sponsored. That's just for information for you. So the ZeroWater is probably the cheapest here. You can find it very openly on Amazon, for instance. It's about $40 for a 10 to 12 cup pitcher with a filter. And then you want to buy replacement filter. I found them at $35 for 2 filters on Amazon or on their website. The last one, the one I got here, ProOne, is probably the most expensive of the 3, but they're running a deal right now. So regular price for the pitcher and a filter is $74, and right now is $30% off, which brings them down to $52. But as always, if you buy a pitcher and you really like it, I would get replacement filters, quite a few. I mean, depending on how much you're going to drink out of that pitcher, it can only process that much water. So maybe it's going to last 6 months, 8 months, 12, but you're going to have to replace this filter probably at least every year, at least. So just think ahead. Maybe you want to have a few years of filters with you at home to be ready to replace. I would encourage you to have a few years ahead in terms of filters, because that's what happened to me here with my AlexaPure. We replaced some of the filters, and at the end, I know we have some at the house. I just couldn't find them. And right now, they pretty much changed the pitcher, the filter, everything. I have to buy everything new. So get a few, store them, and make sure to replace them regularly to keep the water well filtered. So I hope you found this useful, and I hope you got a good water filtration system at home. Because right now, with what's going on, it gets polluted by, I mean, everything gets into it. I mean, the derailment in Ohio was just a perfect example. People just went and ran to get these filters. A lot of them were out of stock. Now, some of them, actually, it's the case for the ProOne. If you go into their website, at the top, it was actually at the time I bought it 2-3 weeks ago, they put a big headline. We do filter the whatever leaked the vinyl that leaked in Ohio, they had it up there on the header. So, but you need to find what fits your area, depending on the contaminants you have. And even if it's a well water, you might want to get it tested because you don't know what others are dumping in the grounds and what gets into your water. So, some food for thought. And as always, do your own research here and be prepared. Thank you all for watching.